Hello from a very sunny Black Forest in Germany.
So today we are leaving the Black Forest and we are making our way down to the Austrian Alps, and we just wanted to take you guys along with us on a travel day with the beans.
I'm really excited because on the way we are popping into Stuttgart, which is where apparently is the home of the best kebab in Germany, and there is a huge Turkish population here from after the war, and I'm so excited to compare whether if the German kebab is better than the Turkish kebab.
Surely that's not possible.
I had an incredible Turkish kebab and looked for the best ones when I was in Turkey, and I found what I think is the best one in the world in Istanbul. So how's it going to compare? I can't say that I enjoy travel days very much, especially considering how much we travel, but usually I will look on the route and see if there's a possibility there's anything we can do to kind of kill birds with stones, just to try and have something to look forward to. So today when I was looking along the route, we were going past Stuttgart to get up into the mountains of Austria, and then having a look into Stuttgart, I saw that they are the home, apparently, to the best Turkish kebab. And when I'm on travel days, I just want to eat, basically. I mean, I always want to eat, as you can tell, but even more so on a travel day. So leave in the comments what you like to do on your travel days. How do you help pass the time? Do you even like travel days? Okay, I've seen the spot now, and I know it's going to be good because there is a huge queue outside. I don't think I've ever seen a massive queue outside of a kebab shop before, especially if you've had kebabs in England. No one's queuing for those bad boys. 1 hour. It took 1 hour to get the food. And it's funny, there was no one sort of older there. It's only millennials that have time to wait for an hour to get a kebab.
Everyone else actually has lives to live.
But we don't. I haven't eaten today. It's now 2 o'clock. I'm absolutely starving. I cannot wait to get tucked in. But before I do, I want to show you what I thought of the best Istanbul kebab. The main street in Kuzguncuk is absolutely chock-a-block with restaurants and cafes to tickle even the fussiest of taste buds. You can't come to Turkey without trying a doner kebab, and I've had quite a few already in my time in Turkey, but none worth filming. But I have a feeling that today is the day. Right now we're at the restaurant of Metet, which is apparently the 4th best kebabery, is that a word, in Istanbul. So that's right, it's not the 1st best, it's not the 2nd best, and I know how to count, and I know you do too, 3, it's the 4th best. Now of course this is all subjective. Basically if it's good, it's good. It's like saying that you have the 2nd best dad in the world, because in the grand scheme of things, that makes him pretty good. They have just delivered my food, and I know that it's hiding under this bread. Well, I assume it is, I haven't looked, but I thought it would be nice to do the reveal with you, because my mouth is watering. Hopefully yours is too. Oh my goodness. I have gone for your classic doner kebab, which looks like here we have a layer of chips, we have a layer of meat, and we've got a layer of bread. This is the best looking doner kebab I've ever seen, to be honest, even down to how they're making it. I'm not actually sure what is the proper way to eat it, but I'm just going to go for it anyway. So I'm going to take this bread, I'm just going to shove in a bunch of salad, shove in a bit of meat. Do I chuck in a chip?
Yeah, get everything in there.
Chuck in a chip, chuck in 2 chips. Wrap it together. I mean, to me, this literally looks absolutely epic. I'm not sure to Turkish people if this is. All in one.
You definitely lost some letters there.
Traditional or not, eat it this way. As Emma is a vegetarian, sometimes we have this thing when I say to her, this would be a moment where it's worth trying the meat. I only ever say this very rarely to her. Without doubt, this is one of those times. 4th best, 1st best, doesn't matter. This is outrageously good.
So just as kind of a side note really, because let's face it, everyone was here for the doner, but they have a veggie option at this place, and essentially it is flatbread, absolutely rammed full of every vegetable imaginable. Grilled veggies, fresh veggies, you've got yogurt, you've got chili, you've got cheese. So veggies, don't despair, you're covered.
Now for the main event.
Holy moly.
Wow. I went for the extra large original that they do here. I mean, you can tell the size. It's pretty big, it's pretty weighty, but look at this. The meat is made from beef. I'm not sure why it cut differently, but last time in Turkey he was cutting it like butter. Like maybe it's a sharper knife, it's the type of meat, I'm not too sure. Something unique to this one is that it's a homemade flatbread. They put in a ton of like salad and sauce and chili and grilled vegetables. I'm gonna bite one of these flies as I go in. The bread is so crunchy, and then once the flavour of the meat and the vegetables comes through, like, oh my god, I've never been good at describing food, but I know what I like, and I like this a lot.
What about the meat on its own? Like, what does it taste like?
Okay. It's very distinctly beef. I mean, you can tell from my look that it's good. I mean, it's really, really good. I can't speak for all German kebabs, of course, so I can only compare it to this one. But the meat definitely has a different kind of flavour. This, in its own right, is just fantastic. It almost feels a bit different, actually, to the Turkish kebab. They have their own place in the food world. Which is better, the German one or the Turkish one? So, I need another bite.
Oh, keep us hanging on.
I've made my decision. By far, the best one is the Turkish one that I had in Kuzguncuk in Istanbul. It was outrageous. Okay, this is a great 9 out of 10.
I mean, that's pretty great for a kebab.
I mean, this is amazing. It's only because I'm comparing it to the Turkish one, but the Turkish one is better. But, I mean, still, if you're in the area, you're crazy if you're not trying this.
Watching have this, but when we travel, there's always certain meals that when we have it, we're like, we're gonna talk about this for a long time, like 3 years from now, where we both just look at each other and think, oh, I really want that kebab from Stuttgart again. I mean, I can definitely think of a handful of other things that we've had like that. For example, there was some tandoori chicken we tried in Georgetown in Penang in Malaysia, and that's one of those. Even though I'm vegetarian now, I still dream about that chicken. Oh, that's going down there with one of those meals for sure. We are just coming into the foothills, I guess, of the Bavarian Alps right now in Germany, and it's something else. It really is. As you start approaching it, there's all these like rolling green hills that look like they've just been painted on. They're so bright green. And right behind them, you just have these awe-inspiring mountains. I'm lost for words when I see mountains like this. It's just, I mean, the Black Forest was beautiful, don't get me wrong, and really, really worth a visit. I 100% will be going back there in my life. But mountains like this, I'm sorry, but they all over the Black Forest.
We're so fickle. Every time we go anywhere, we think it's amazing, it's the best, and then as soon as we leave, we see something new.
No, this is
like,
the best.
This is the best.
Recency bias.
Do you ever wonder how the hell humans have achieved some things? Like, whenever we go through tunnels, especially tunnels in mountains.
I mean,
like,
these mountains are gigantic.
Now I know it's a quick Google away, but I prefer to live in the awe and the wonder of how they did it. It's also like when we're flying, and I never like to think about when I'm in the air how it's actually physically possible, because I kind of feel like I'll figure out that
it's not possible.
The physics aren't possible and the plane will drop out the sky. I always do it. I have to stop myself from thinking it. Like, don't think, how is this happening? How is this metal tube in the air?
just pulled up at our next place that we're staying in Austria, in a place called Nazareth, and I'm blown away. This is not what I was expecting. This was like a pretty budget place to stay. I was expecting just very basic, simple, but it's beautiful. Surrounded by mountains, there's horses grazing in the fields, there's apple trees in the front. It feels so wholesome.
I have to show you inside as you come in.
Yeah.
Okay, you would maybe think that I'd love this, but like half of me hates it, half of me absolutely loves it. Okay, ready? They have every bird that's existed.
They knew you were coming.
Stuff, they knew I was coming. Maybe I put in the message to the host, oh, I like birds. She's like, okay, I'm going to go and hunt them all down and stuff them for you for your arrival. Look at the size of this.
That is incredible.
What a welcoming. As soon as you walk through the door, like, you better like this stuff because you're going to see it.
I especially like how these ones are just hanging by their feet. Like that one looks all kind of grand and majestic. That one looks sad. It's had a bad day. Who does this for a job?
Yeah.
Imagine doing that for a job, having to like gut out an animal. What do they put inside it? What do they stuff it with? I guess they have to replace the eyes with like fake eyes. Otherwise they'd go rotten. That must be one hell of a process.
Does that bird have an animal in its claws?
Oh my god, it does. It has what looks like a pigeon in its claws. Now is the moment of truth. Is there going to be one of these hanging above our bed? I'm actually really a bit worried about this. There's a rogue antler. But other than that, there's nothing dead in here. This is lovely. And look at this balcony view. Maybe some of you are wondering, as we don't have the camper van on this trip, where are we staying accommodation wise? This is the kind of places that we're staying at the moment, sort of apartment hotels. After our last series, we were feeling a lot braver, and actually when we thought about it logically, we thought this kind of accommodation, after each person checks out, they're gonna be giving it a thorough clean after each person. So it's probably actually much safer to do that and have your own facilities rather than sharing them at campsites. They were cleaning the campsite toilets and showers regularly, so we didn't feel unsafe there at all, but this does in itself feel very safe. Also, with the price of this place, I'm not sure if it's always this price or if it's because of the COVID situation, but either way, what a bargain. We're staying in the middle of this beautiful nature spot, no crowds of people around. We have our own space, our own facilities. This was a great choice. I'm so happy.
Thanks so much for joining us on our travel day.
Thank you. Yes, and I'm super excited to get out tomorrow and start exploring the Austrian Alps. We also will be in the Italian Alps in just a few days' time, so if you would like to watch those videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and of course, give this video a like.
And leave in the comments, what do you do to entertain yourself on a travel day? Tell us about your worst travel day, your best travel day. We need to know all of this.
It keeps us entertained at night.
Well, I won't be sleeping until I've heard from you. John 763. And nothing left to say. Come on, let's all say it together. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and beans out!
Next time on Travel Beans. This is actually like quite an amazing spectacle to see.